The Walking Dead Season 7 Episode 3, The Cell. The Cell shifts focus back to the aftermath of Negan's devastating introduction, delving into Daryl Dixon's harrowing imprisonment and Dwight's complex role within the Saviors. This episode pulls back the curtain on the Sanctuary and its brutal methods of control, exploring themes of dehumanization, loyalty, and the cost of survival. Daryl's Torment. Daryl, Norman Reedus, endures relentless psychological and physical abuse at the hands of Negan's group. Stripped of his belongings and confined to a small, dimly lit cell, he is subjected to constant loud music and minimal food, intended to break his spirit. The haunting repetition of Easy Street becomes a symbol of his captors' twisted methods, forcing Daryl to confront the enormity of his predicament. Reedus's performance is subdued yet deeply emotional, capturing the essence of a man determined not to lose himself, no matter the cost. Dwight's perspective. Dwight, Austin Emilio, a high-ranking member of the Saviors, takes center stage in this episode, offering a glimpse into the morally gray world of those who serve Negan. Once a man trying to escape Negan's tyranny, Dwight has been coerced into a position of power after a failed attempt at freedom left his wife Sherry, Christine Evangelista, under Negan's control. His interactions with Daryl reveal the inner conflict he faces, loyalty born of fear and the nagging remnants of a conscience that refuses to be fully silenced. A world without choice. The Sanctuary operates under a rigid hierarchy maintained through violence and psychological manipulation. Negan's rules are simple: follow orders, or face the consequences. This episode paints a chilling picture of a system where individuality is crushed, and survival often comes at the cost of one's humanity. Dwight's story serves as a cautionary tale for Daryl, showing what can happen when a person surrenders their principles in exchange for security. Key themes and symbolism. The Cell explores the concept of identity and how easily it can be stripped away under oppressive circumstances. Daryl's refusal to bow to Negan's will, even as he endures relentless torture, underscores the resilience of the human spirit. On the other hand, Dwight's reluctant compliance highlights the devastating compromises people make to protect those they love. The episode also examines the cyclical nature of abuse. Those who suffer at the hands of a tyrant often become complicit in perpetuating that tyranny. Memorable moments. The repetitive use of Easy Street as a psychological weapon against Daryl, creating a sinister juxtaposition between the cherry tune and his dire situation. Dwight's encounter with a runaway savior who chooses death over returning to Negan's rule, a moment that forces Dwight to confront his own choices. Daryl's quiet defiance, refusing to accept Negan's offer of submission even when it means further punishment. The poignant scene where Dwight watches walkers on the fence, reflecting his inner turmoil and longing for a life beyond the Sanctuary. Conclusion. The Cell provides a haunting exploration of life within Negan's regime, using Daryl and Dwight as contrasting figures who embody resistance and compliance. By delving into the inner workings of the Sanctuary and the psychological toll of its methods, this episode deepens the audience's understanding of Negan's control. It leaves viewers questioning what they would sacrifice for safety and whether it's possible to retain one's humanity in a world that demands its surrender.